Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we installed a Mister system here in Arizona on the anyway here around Phoenix, and I just wanted to share with you the way that we do this. There's a couple things that I would change, but I'm going to just go ahead and play these videos on how we installed this Mister system on a back patio, and here you go. Yo, what's up everybody? It's Mr. System Installation Day. So we're gonna put a Mr. System in there and our water source is right here. So we decided, since this has already been dug up, well, I just redug it up. Before it was dug up and the rocks were already all messed up. So we just said, let's dig a trench from here to that pole and we'll run our line up that pole instead of running it along the house and then up and over and all that stuff. So we're digging this trench, but this type of line, so we're in Arizona, there's a lot of rocks in this yard. This is a really small, soft line. It's gonna get hot, it's gonna get pliable, the rocks could pinch it off, so I wanted to put it in something. So you could use like a PVC conduit to do this if you really wanted to, but what I had handy was some 1/2 inch black tubing. So I'm going to just run this through the trench, and then I'm going to make a connection down at the bottom, like a coupling, and that way if they ever need to replace this line right here inside of this pipe, they can just tie a string to this when they pull it out and pull that out and pull the new tube through as they do it. So there's that part. And the other thing that you want to keep in mind when you're doing these misting systems, so this one is going to go up this wall, and then we're going to start the misters about right here. So you don't want the misters directly drilled into the stucco. You want some kind of border piece of wood, and it looks nicer if you paint it. So you get some wood slats, measure out how much you need. Get these wood slats like this right here. Get the paint that matches the house, paint those, and you mount those, get them all level all along here, and then your misters have a separation that won't eat away the stucco and encrust the stucco with the metals in the water and all the different stuff in the water. Okay, so the line is installed. Trench is covered in. As you can see right here, we use the 1/2 inch tubing as a sleeve for the Mister System line. So the rocks don't penetrate the Mister System line, and we put it underground over here, and just brought that tube right out of the rocks, and here's our Mister System line. So now what we've done is we've painted all of these wood slats, and we're going to put a wood slat up this wall and then all along this wall. Okay, now we have the wood slats up. They're painted. They are put in level all the way along and down. And now see this board right here, we're actually not using any of the spray nozzles. But we wanted it to be uniform and wanted it to look good, so we ran this up here, and our first nozzle is going to be right here, and then basically all you do is you cut this line in half, you stick this line right in the end, it automatically connects in there, and then you go to your next one and then tighten it up as you go. So we're in the last stretch, and the next video will probably be the misters turned on. Okay, here's our final outcome with our Mister System here. Painted wood. Oh, we only got them on for a minute. Okay, that's all right. So that you see that they're mounted on wood. Painted after we got done. That wood gives a barrier between the stucco and the water. Down here into the safety tube under the ground. To the water source. All right, job complete. Okay, that is our Mr. System installation. So here's a few things that I would do different next time if we, well, not if, when we do this again. So there are stucco screws that you can purchase to go into stucco, but they're like $9 for 2 of them, and we would have to spend $100 on those. And I was like, these people aren't springing for that, and they wanted to keep the cost down. Anyway, so instead of that, we got deck screws, and the kind we got are these. Well, that's similar to this one. Anyways, as far as the thread pattern, that the thread only goes up to here. So there are screws that the thread goes all the way up to the head of the screw, and those would have helped secure that a little bit better. So that's one thing that I would suggest is that you get screws that are threaded all the way to the top. The second thing that I would suggest is that you get a filter to put from your water source, from your spigot. The filter goes onto that, and then you hook up your system to the bottom of that filter, and then that will filter out all of the heavy metals and calcium and all of that stuff that's going to gunk up everything later on down the road. So I would definitely do that. Babe, what was the other thing that we said we would do differently? Oh, if the customer will spring for better lumber, so those 1x3x8 slats that we got, they're about, I don't know, I think they're like $250 a piece or something like that. The next step up they're actually a little bit more narrow, which would be okay, but it was like a better finished, straighter wood that it was like sanded, and the edges were polished and everything like that. So if you kind of want to step it up for them, let them know, hey, if you want to use a better quality product, it's gonna be twice as much for that part, or it's, yeah. So anyway, so wood slats, the filter, the screws, I think that's it. Is that it? Okay, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Please like and share and do all that other stuff that you're supposed to do with this video. I hope it was helpful for you. We're still learning a lot of the different tips and tricks, doing a lot of different types of jobs like this. So if you have some for this type of job that we, aren't claiming to be the Mr. System gurus, if you have something that you can help us out with, leave them in the comments also. Leave that in the comments also. All right, everybody. My next video will probably be about like transhumanism and targeted individuals, or with like an FBI agent or something like that. So I'll get back to that as soon as I can. But for now, today was just a helpful video. Hope you enjoyed it.